Hi friends, welcome. My name is Michelle, if we don't know each other already. Here this morning with a sort of swirly, spirally flow. Wanting to kind of embrace that swirly, spirally action in our spines, the movement we can find in hips and shoulders. So we're gonna sort of start with the kind of straight line movements that we often play with in this practice, and then just swirl them up a little bit. It's like a slow motion shakeout is kind of what we're up to today. So beyond that, not much special that you need. I always like to have a block or something like it toward the top of the mat, just in case. We will move toward half moon pose today, Ardha Chandrasana, and sometimes it is really nice to have a little support, something that can bring the floor closer to your hand. Yeah. For now, let's begin in a seat. You always have the option too to begin lying down or in a child's pose, whatever feels right to you. But allow yourself to be supported. Allow yourself to really give some weight to the earth. At the same time, feel your breath move a little more freely. So if there's places that are kind of cramped up or caved in, see if you might open that up to breath. Allowing a moment to tune in to what you need from this practice, or maybe what you want to offer through this practice. We always have the opportunity with each breath to draw in what we need and offer up what we can. And just wherever you are, opportunity to amplify intention and breath and this resonance between us with the sound of Om together. Fill up your lungs, fill up your body with breath, and then let it go. Clear it out. And toward Om, the same full breath in. Stay with that resonance, let it expand. Let your breath expand toward movement. Yeah, any reaching, rolling, stretching that you might need as we move toward a tabletop shape. Allow yourself again to be supported. Really find your roots down into the earth through your hands, through your legs. And as you do that, feel sort of a hugging in toward the center of yourself. And notice that this space underneath you feels supportive too. Find yourself, again, a full body breath in, filling up, extending through your spine. And exhale Inhale, lift through your tail toward a cow spine, but draw your hips back toward your heels, like halfway to child's pose. And then lift through your belly, round your spine, press into the earth, and come a little bit forward through your hips. And then again, lift through your tail, through the back of your skull, kind of passing through a cow spine toward child's pose, balasana. And then lift through the center, wave forward. And all of this is at the pace of your breath. So use your whole inhale to peel open the front line of your body, and your whole exhale to round and expand the back line. Maybe one more round like this, forward and back, and then trying to add some more dimension to that. So you might sort of draw over to the right and then back, and then as you come forward, over to the left and forward, making a big circle with your hips, and notice that kind of circles your shoulders too. 1 or 2 rounds like that, and then switch directions. And it's okay if you're making more of like an infinity than a circle, or doing a little less rounding. I really want to encourage you to find some play. And then when you feel, ready, come back to center, back to this tabletop shape. We'll play a little bit more. Now in the hips. So press down through both hands and keep your right knee bent, but extend your toes up toward the ceiling. And first, try drawing your right knee toward the back of your left knee. So really a strong internal rotation of your hips. And then from there, kick your toes back up toward the ceiling and rotate your right hip, open your right knee out to the right, sort of lifting up through your knee. And then sort of continue that circle. Yeah, so drawing your right knee sort of behind and over to the left, and then opening it up to the right. And again, be sure there is breath along with this movement. And smooth it out so it feels, again, kind of spirally and swirly. Might be building some heat in the hips as well. And the next time you find that hip open spot, stay there, extend your right heel back, your crown forward. So you're still open but rooted through both hands. And then draw your right knee toward the outside of your right elbow and step outside of your hand. A nice wide lunge, so let your hands be underneath your shoulders-ish. That might mean walking your right foot a little bit wider. Let your hips draw low. Peel your heart forward, so you're really extending through your spine as long as you can be. So the top of an inhale, and then as you exhale, draw back through your hips. Like a half split shape, Ardha Hanumanasana, but inside your right leg. Yeah. Again, find a breath in, a little bit of length in your spine. And a breath out. There could even be a little bit of lift and rounding forward, but then pull your heart through. Draw your hips back. And then again, you can kind of decide if you want to stay linear, forward and back, or again, really explore with this sort of circling of your hips. In one or both directions. Yeah. Really just trying to scope out, explore the spaces in between. And again, once you feel like you've sort of swirled and stirred your hips enough, come back through the center, tuck your toes to lift your back knee. Feel your hips get light again, and spin your back heel down. We'll move toward warrior one. So if you want to heel toe your right foot a little bit in, you can. If not, also good. Press down through both feet. So find that grounding in the earth. Lift through your belly and rise, both arms to the sky. I wanted to play in this shape to sort of remind us there is room for some movement, some spaciousness in this shape. So root down through both feet, reach tall. Peel your elbows down wide, opening up the heart space. Feel as if you could sort of draw your arm bones back, lift your heart up. Stay with that, but bring your hands to interlace behind your head. And press your head into your hands, lift up and back a little bit. Stay really strong in your legs, and then find a tip over to the right, just through your rib cage. Lean forward, feel the length between your crown and your back heel, and then over to the left and back up through center, and then once the other way, tip to the left, lean forward, stay low in your lunge, tip to the right, a little lean back, extend your arms back up to the sky, and then pour forward, bring all your weight forward and step forward fold, Uttanasana. Press through both feet, inhale to lengthen your spine, a little unfurling, and then fold it back down. Come all the way to stand, Urdhva Hastasana, reach up and out overhead. Then again, peel your elbows wide, lead from your heart forward as you dive forward fold, Uttanasana. One more like that. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Rise to stand, reach tall. Exhale, pour forward, lead from the heart space. This time the option to swirl it a little bit. So that same halfway lift to lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana. Fold it forward, Uttanasana. This time, if you like, you can sort of sweep your left arm to the left, lean to the right as you stand up. Come up and over, lean to the left as you fold forward. Try that again. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Sweep your left arm to the right. Open up to the right as you stand tall. Exhale up and over to the left. A little softness in your knees is helpful here. One more time. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Rise to stand. Maybe you're sweeping to the right as you reach tall. Up and over to the left. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, step your left toes back. Landing Anjaneyasana, so your back knee down. Push through your right foot, reach tall. Exhale once again, elbows wide. Hug into your legs for support. Interlace your hands behind your head, lift up, lift over to the right. Draw forward, drawing your hips back just a bit. Draw over to the left and back up. Over to the left and forward to the right and back up. Press through your right foot, reach tall. Hands down to the earth. Lift through your hips and step back. Downward facing dog. First time here. A little softness through your knees. Press through both hands and hug through your arm bones so you've got space to breathe in. As you exhale, lift through your belly, round forward, just like that waving forward from child's pose. And then again, bend your knees, draw your hips back and up. Exhale, lift, wave forward. Once more, drop back and up. Exhale, draw forward. Bend your knees, bring them to the earth, come back to this tabletop shape. And if you still feel like moving, you can keep this wave from earlier, drawing your hips back toward your heels. And then waving forward. And once, to make it circular, draw your hips to one side. As you draw back, draw your hips to the other side. As you draw forward. Then back through that tabletop shape. Lift your left toes. So again, that left knee stays bent, but your toes come toward the ceiling. Could also flex your foot if that feels more steady for you. Yeah. Begin to draw your left knee over behind the right knee and maybe even further to the right. Then kind of a circle, left knee out to the left to open your hip, stack it over the right. Again, twist your left knee over behind the right, internal rotation, and then rotate out. Lift your hip, lift your knee. Give it 2 or 3 more circles. Again, find breath with that movement. Stay steady in your shoulders. A little steadiness through your belly as well to support you. And the next time you find that open hip shape, stay there, press through both hands, extend your left leg long, push through your heel, pull through your crown forward. Keep all that length in your torso, but step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Let your hips sink. Find your hands underneath your shoulders. A little hug through your legs and then pull your heart forward. So you're just lengthening as much as you can. And then as you exhale, draw back through your hips, that half split shape. Find a breath, lengthen. Ardha Hanumanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come forward. And again, draw your hips over to the left as you draw back. Draw your hips over to the right as you come forward. And just start to find that circular swirling of your hips. And really kind of getting into those little spaces, yeah, in and around your rotator, in your hip, in and around the joint. Getting into all the little connective tissues. And then the next time you come forward, you'll pause there. Find that steadiness at the center. Again, hug toward it. Tuck your toes behind you to lift your back knee. So the back leg is getting really strong now. Your back thigh presses up toward the ceiling. And sort of keep that strength as you spin your back heel down. Maybe you're walking your left foot in a little bit toward the center of your mat. Maybe not. But root down through both feet and rise. Virabhadrasana, warrior one. Hug in and down through your legs and up through the center. Peel your elbows wide. But there's still this hug in through your legs and in through your belly to support you. And then interlace your hands behind your head. Strong through both legs, lift up and back. Tilt to the left, stay open across your chest, across your elbows. Hinge forward, and then over to the right. And then back up, still breathing. Reverse that over to the right. Hinge forward, over to the left, and back. Extend both arms to the sky, press through both feet into the earth. Pour forward, all your weight forward to step forward, fold Uttanasana. Full breath in, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Let's do one in the straight line here. Press through your feet, rise and reach tall, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, pour forward, fold, leading from the center, from the heart center. Inhale to lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Option now to, as you stand, reach over to the left and up. And as you pour forward, go over to the right and down. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Rise, reaching to the left and up, to the right and down. One more time, your choice to swirl or to stay a little more linear. But the next time you fold forward, pause there. Find your strength in both legs. Reach long through your spine. And then step your right toes back, your back knee down once again. Hug through both legs and root down to rise both arms to the sky. Peel your elbows wide. But again, there's a hug through your legs and into your belly to support you. And then interlace your hands behind your head, drawing your head back into your hands. Lift up and back, over to the left, hinge forward, over to the right, and back up. Reverse that, over to the right, and forward, to the left, and back up. Extend through both arms. Again, press through your left foot, both hands down to the earth. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breath in. Press through both hands. Soften in your knees. Hug through your arm bones so you could breathe in really big to the back of your lungs. Exhale, lift through the center, round wave forward. Bend your knees, drop back. Exhale, up and forward. This time, stay forward toward plank, extend your spine, and then lower down to the earth. Untuck your toes to really press down through like the shoelaces of your feet, the tops of your feet. Roll your shoulders back, draw your elbows back. Press down into the earth to lift through your belly. Extend your spine forward, Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Soften as you exhale. Walk your hands just one paw print wider and do the same. Inhale, lift through your belly, ripple your heart forward. Exhale, soften down. Bring your hands now even wider than the mat. And once more, roll up. Stay here, roll your right shoulder back, your left shoulder forward as you sort of lean forward. Inhale, roll back up, a tall cobra. Exhale, roll your left shoulder back, right shoulder forward. Inhale to the earth, lift your heart forward. Exhale, fold it down. As you come down, sort of tent your hands so just your fingertips are on the earth. And we'll find that same sort of shoulder rolling, but one at a time, side to side. So roll your right shoulder back, roll your left shoulder back, right shoulder, left shoulder, and sort of climbing your spine a little bit taller with each roll back of your shoulder until you're like as tall as you think you want to be in this moment. Reach back through your toes, pull back through your fingers forward through the heart space, and then roll it back down. Walk your hand in along your rib cage so you could press into the earth and draw back to that tabletop shape. Again, the option to draw all the way back toward child's pose and then wave forward. One more round of breath, either in table or drawing back to your heels and then forward. Downward facing dog is where we'll meet. Tuck your toes, lift back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe a moment. Just like we did when one knee was down. Gonna bend this right knee. Your heel or your toe is gonna press up toward the sky. And if you need, during this swirling, you might wanna bend your left knee just a little bit, just to give you that little bit more stability. Press into the earth, pull in through your front ribs to open through the back and find a breath in. With your exhale, sort of pull your left knee in behind and over to the right. Inhale, circle and open hip. Exhale, internal rotation, your right knee behind the left. Inhale, circle wide. One more time, exhale, round in. Inhale, circle wide. And from there, look forward. Step your right foot outside your right hand. Lengthen your spine first. Find the buoyancy in your hips. Spin your back heel down. This time, moving toward warrior two. Press through both feet. Rise up and open your arms across your chest. A big wingspan here. Press through both feet. Expand out through your wings, and then, as in the other lunges, interlace your hands behind your head. Press your head back into your hands, draw your elbows wide. Lift a little bit up and back, and then forward to the right. A little bit hinging to the left, and then back over your left leg. Forward and back and left and right are kind of relative here. Lift up and back relative to your head. Over to the right, right elbow toward your right knee. Forward toward the space in front of you. Lean it back to the left. One time reverse. Lean back. Left elbow back. Hinge, lean forward. Right elbow over your right knee. Come back. Hug in through your legs, expand through your arms, pour your weight forward toward that half moon pose. Woo, you can step halfway like I just accidentally did. And then bring your right hand toward the earth or toward your block, toward your book, like whatever is here to support you. And like we did on the earth, press back through your heel in that external rotation. Pull forward through your crown and then open your left arm straight up from your shoulder. So don't let it get behind you, but straight up. From all that swirl, give yourself this moment to expand, rolling your left ribs back. Steady, down, down, down through your right leg, back, back, back through the left. Stay here, or maybe bending your left knee to reach for your left heel. And really the whole point of that is just to kick back into your hand and open the heart more. So even if you don't have your ankle, you can kick your left heel back. Woo! Draw your left ribs back and stay open. Last full body breath where you are. And then slow and steady, extend your left leg, reach all the way to the back of the mat. Both hands come down. Step back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Full body breath in, breath out. Hug through your arms, soften your knees, draw back through your hips. Exhale, wave forward toward plank. Bend your knees, draw back and up. Exhale, wave forward. Once more, draw back. And pause here, hugging through your arms and down. Peel your left heel up toward the ceiling. Take a breath in, press through your hands, breathe to the back of your lungs. Cross your left knee over behind the right. Maybe that soft bend in your right knee. Circle your left knee up toward the ceiling. And then again, internal rotation, left knee behind the right. Circle wide, inhale. Exhale, draw it behind you. One more time, circle wide, pressing through both hands. And then draw your knee forward, look forward. Step outside your left hand. Hug in, find the buoyancy of your hips. Keep that as you spin your back heel down toward warrior two. Press through both feet as you rise. Settle in. Hug in. Expand out. Keep that inhale. Reach, reach, reach. Keep the reach between your shoulders, but interlace your hands behind your head. Press back into them. Lift up and back. Then tilt forward, left elbow toward your left knee. Keep your right ribs drawing back. Yeah, even as you hinge forward and then back, right elbow toward your right heel. And back up. Once more like that, up and forward. Draw across the body. Right elbow toward your right heel and back up. One time the opposite direction, up and back. Hinging forward. Left elbow, left knee. Back up. Extend out. Pour your weight forward like you're literally pouring yourself over this left leg. Reaching for the front of the mat. Maybe on a block or a book here, maybe not. But you want to feel space on the left side and roll your right ribs back to open up, like you could lean up against a wall or something behind you. Peel that open. You could just stay here, pressing back, back, back through your right heel as much as you press down, down, down through your left heel. Forward through your crown. Stay. Or bend your right knee. And again, it's really to press your heel behind you and roll your right ribs back. You could do that with or without holding on to your right leg. But breathe, yeah. Find 2 breaths of relative steadiness where you are. And then bend your standing leg, reach way back to the back of the mat. Bring both hands down to the mat. And step back one more time. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breath in. Breath out. Once more like that, full body breath. Exhale, let it go. Hug through your arms, soften your knees. Inhale, draws back. Exhale, wave forward. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, wave forward. Just one more twist here. Draw back. Pause there. Send your heels to the right, your toes to the left. Press through your hands so you get a big stretch along your sides. And then start rolling your left ribs back till your left fingers want to leave the floor. Yeah, maybe you leave your knees a little bit bent. Maybe you extend them. Peel your left arm open towards side plank. Yeah. Press into the earth. Open up, crown forward. Full body breath in. Exhale, both hands back down to earth. Lift your hips and settle. Breath in. Breath out. Soften knees, draw back. Lift through your belly strong as you wave forward. Inhale, drop back. Send your heels left, your toes right. Press into the earth. Really reach long through the sides of your body. And then roll your right ribs back until your right fingers leave the earth. Lift through your hips, extend your legs. Right arm can open, doesn't have to. Vashisthasana, press into the earth, open up, lengthen. Full body breath in. Exhale, both hands back to the earth. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breath in. Breath out. Soften your knees, draw back. One more time, wave forward. Both knees come to the earth. Draw your hips back to your heels. Slowing it down now, so you're welcome to just stay. A couple breaths of stillness. If you still need just like a little bit more wiggles out, a little bit more flow, you can find a couple rounds of that cow and cat, but big round movement in your spine. And then we're going to meet in a seat. Seated on your shins might be the easiest transition, but if that doesn't feel good and supported to you, feel free to find a different shape. But feel yourself, again, give some weight down to the earth. Whatever swirl is in your head, whatever information is processing along your spine, just let it settle. Press down into the earth with whatever is touching the earth. And then reach up out of it, reach your fingertips tall. Peel your elbows wide. And again, there's this little hug through the center to support you. Hug in and up. Interlace your hands behind your head. Press through whatever's on the earth. Lift up and back through the heart space, supported. Pressing your hands and your head together. Up and over to the right. Hinge forward a bit, but keep your elbows wide, stay open. Over to the left. And back up. Once to the other side, lift up and back. Lean left, lift through your right ribs. Forward, stay open. Over to the right, lift through your left ribs. Back through center. Release arms to the sky. Bring your hands back behind you. They might land on the earth. They may land on your body. It just kind of depends what shape you're in. Press down into the earth to lift your heart up through your shoulders. The babiest of baby camel shapes. Pull up through the center like a magnet pulls your sternum up to the sky. Breath in. Stay there, soften into it, exhale. Come back through center. And bring your legs out in front of you. You can shake them out if you need to. Give yourself any little stretch out you need, shake out you need as you're here. And then bend your knees, plant your feet. I should say, as always, if you're going to finish your practice in a seated meditation, you can stay seated now. If not, press through your feet, lift your heart. And slowly roll yourself down to the earth, still rooted into the earth. Yeah, rooted through your feet. Slow and steady. Whether you're seated or lying down, feel the earth hold you. Feel the space around you also as supportive. Holding you up, holding you together. So that you don't have to do that. Tune in. Ask yourself truly, is there any more movement? Any other little kink to work out that you need? Or could you just be still? And really trust your body to tell you allow yourself to be supported. Allow yourself eventually to be still. All the time. No matter where we are in the year, no matter where we are in the day, there is this element of swirl, this element of transition. Just as every breath leads to the next. And there is this element of stillness, the steady sameness that connects you to the earth. It connects through your breath to every other breath. When we leave this moment, let it remind you, anytime you feel stagnant or stuck, that always, as long as you're breathing, there is movement, there is a path forward. Let it remind you that whenever you feel untethered, lost in the swirl, there is always a tether. You are always connected. There's a steadiness at the center. Even when we lose sight of it. Stay as you are if you like, or join me in a seat. We'll mark the transition from this practice on the mat to the practice of the rest of the day. With the sound of Om together. This ancient sound, the first sound. The sound of creation, sound of destruction, and everything in between. Through this sound, we're connected to everything that came before, our ancestors in practice. And we're connected also to everything that comes next. And celebrating this resonance in between. Where you're at. Fill yourself with breath, with life. And then let it go, offer it back out. The same breath toward Om, inhale. It's from here. I bow to you with gratitude, with love as always. I appreciate you being here, taking this time for you and this time in community. Really excited to be offering more time in community over this summer. Christine and I are offering a 12-week series with community practice, community conversations, online and also in person in Seattle. So check out the details below of our summer Sangha. Hope to see you there. In the meantime, hope to see you back here. Be well, be good to each other.